He said, I did not like the rajma chawal utna zyada, this and that. ठीक है, preference है, जो भी है. He flipped out when he heard that, because his mother made it. He fought with her and you're like, okay, you don't like the food. He flung it across the room.
But then that is more disrespectful than saying it's not good. Did he not realize that in his tiny, teeny brain?
So now this girl was like, okay, whatever. And then she's like, what is so special about your son anyway? Like, fuck you types. And then she says, मेरे बेटे में स्वाद है.
And then the mother must have been like, अरे मेरे राजे बेटे से क्या करा दिया तुमने करम जली.
मतलब I'm presuming had I continued तो definitely, because he did not lift a finger and there was an expectation, I'm presuming, that I had to do all of the chores.
Hello guys, welcome to another podcast. We are two millennial women who love Guppa, especially about things that women care about. I'm Arushi. I am an anchor, a content creator, a writer, an editor, lots of things, depends on the day, and I have a lot of things to say.
Woo. And I'm Sidika. I'm a creative strategist, a digital community builder, a founder, and I'm hosting this podcast with this girl called Girl Guppa. So today we are going to talk about boy moms. It's something that we kind of touched in our dating in our 30s video. And we are going to discuss the goods and bads, because all moms are not created equal. And
Not all moms.
Yeah, especially boy moms.
So, grab your coffee and chai ka cup, and let's get into today's Gup. Woo! Who is the boy mom that we are talking about today?
So, okay, not every mother is a boy mom, so to speak. A boy mom essentially is that mother that has a version of emotional incest, let's call it that. So, essentially, they are overprotective, overloving, overbearing. They do not understand the concept of a boundary when it comes to, okay, fine, this is my son's life and I am his mother, and that is the line. And yeah, obviously you'll care, you'll be involved in your child, but there comes a point where you let go and you let the child live their life and not be over involved.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, this is like almost every Indian mother-in-law ever.
Every stereotypical mother-in-law ever.
Not mine. Mine's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I want to start this off strong with this one video which will kind of like just give the whole idea of where these mothers are coming from.
Girl, I ain't tryna be mean, but before you there was.
There is a difference between platonic, familial, and romantic relationships. Could you say those words aloud for me? Could you say?
Oh, this is no, not in the beginning. You're supposed to do this to me in the end.
No, we are starting off strong, guys. So the video says, when my son's future girlfriend thinks she's his first kiss. Basically, this was stitched by one of my favorite parenting, I don't know, influencers, pleasant media. Essentially, she says that, there is a difference between family, a stranger and a lover, right? You understand the basic difference between all of those things.
Wow, man, ये तो बहुत ही Targaryen चीजें चल रही हैं यहाँ पे already. It's begun. Okay, House of the Girl Guppa. I don't know.
That this is why we have so many episodes.
Oh my god.
It's a weekly thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to start off with this video right now only. I'm sorry for traumatizing you, because the genesis, and I mean, I know we're going to kind of like dunk on a lot of boy moms also, but the genesis of this does start from when they are children. Then their love and affection kind of works towards, just making these guys who also turn out to be very narcissistic individuals eventually. And
because their moms smother them too much.
yes, and I think this is where they don't understand boundaries. So this friend of mine, alright, she was dating this guy for a year. नहीं तो बहुत टॉक्सिक चीज़ें हुई है उसके साथ. सो अब हुआ क्या, दे हैड रीच दैट पॉइंट कि मतलब रोका वगैरह, शादी का ऐसा सीन हो गया था. सो शी स्टार्टेड स्टेइंग इन हिज हाउस अ लिटिल मोर, स्पेंडिंग मोर टाइम एंड स्टफ. दिस गाय वाज स्टेइंग इन स्टार अ लॉट एंड ही वाज लाइक अ टिपिकल जिम बॉय. And his mother used to check him out, smile and be like, please don't dress like this now, don't be in your towel the whole time, I feel very uncomfortable, this and that. And every time they would close the door, she was like, why are you closing the door? Don't close the door when you're in...
Okay. Make up your mind, woman.
she she wanted him. Okay, fine. You have your privacy, but you can't have your you can't have your privacy with your chicken. With the girl you're going to marry. Chalo, theek hai. That was like one toxic thing that happened.
This is his birth mother.
Birth mother. Yeah. Talking to her 20-year-old son. Chalo, theek hai. That happened, this and that. Now she realized that this is very toxic and I need to break things off because I can't be with the family, alright? And that was very mature of her because normally people don't break it off when they see these red flags. Now, when she goes to fight with him, because he also did a lot of things like she had to take a loan for him, this and that, blah blah blah. He wasn't giving up, lots of toxic stuff. And he cheated on her. She kind of was upset. They had a fight. The mother-in-law was like, or to-be mother-in-law was like, how dare you talk about my son like this? Whatever he did, he's fine, he's great.
Of course. हाँ मेरे औलाद थोड़ी ना हो सकती है ऐसे. हाँ my son could never. Oh my god. और तुम्हारे ही संगत की वजह से हुआ है.
बिल्कुल.
हाँ.
So now this girl was like, okay, whatever. And then she's like, what is so special about your son anyway? Like, fuck you types. And well, obviously she didn't say fuck you, but she's like, what's so special about it? And then she says, मेरे बेटे में स्वाद है.
Oh my god. I'm gonna start breakdancing at some point because I'm just like,
Oh Lord.
she could have said anything else. Literally anything else. Oh my god.
So God,
And then this is the first 5 minutes of the podcast.
this scene is this so this girl is a lawyer, so she was smart enough to record the conversation because she would record everything. And
Oh my god.
she then had a confrontation with the guy.
She did it for cinema. I mean, for the greater good. Love it.
So now the situation that happened was she went to the guy. Now these boy moms also now, these boys of the boy moms, these boys are also like narcissistic, over pampered, blonde.
Yeah, but it's not their fault. Because it's just the way they were brought up, literally.
Well,
It's literally, if there were an example of that, it's not you, it's just the way you brought up. It is this.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Yeah.
So this guy now, this guy was like, my mother can't say this and that, jo bhi hai, and he started fighting with her. Oh, this reminds me of their first fight. I will get to that also because when I had this conversation, I was like, damn man, this was so you were saved from a nuclear missile. So he was like, my mother can't say this, and then he flipped out. Now this guy had a tendency to get really agitated if you said anything about his mother because emotional incest.
Yeah.
So the first time when she went to eat food at his place, so maybe you could have a preference for some meal or not have a preference for certain things. ठीक है, खाना is not a big deal. He said, I did not like the rajma chawal उतना ज़्यादा, this and that. ठीक है, preference है, जो भी है. He flipped out when he heard that, because his mother made it. He fought with her and you're like, okay, you don't like the food. He flung it across the room. And he ruined the entire, wall and everything.
But then that is more disrespectful than saying it's not good. Did he not realize that in his tiny, teeny brain?
You know what's the caveat to this? The mother was in the kitchen and she saw that, and when, she was like, why are you fighting? What happened? What is this drama? And he was like, I just got a little pissed and stuff because he did not like your food, this and that, and I lost it, sorry. She was smiling. Like, oh my god, my son protected my honor and he stood up for me type, so.
Oh my god. While it's really weird, it's also, I kind of feel bad for this lady, for this woman, because it comes from a place of, a loss of agency from your own relationships with men. Like you had no say with your dad, you had no say with your husband. And then this is the one guy in your life that you can actually assert some kind of power or dominance over, or some kind of affection that is reciprocated that you can get. So you maximize the shit out of that. Like anything. Like, oh, this is where I will take all the masculine love out from. Because there is no other place that you're getting it from. No, it's actually kind of sad.
It's crazy toxic and sad, and that's what that's why it is like the worst form of emotional incest. And the thing is that when you look at Indian family structures and stuff, right, overall it's very toxic because females, a lot of Asian communities, let's keep it like that, females are essentially like, okay fine, you're going to bear the child, you're just in the room together. Like what I've seen with in a lot of families when I was a child, that the parents are just together when it's like, okay, they're trying to bear children, have kids and stuff. Otherwise, they're not spending time, they're not coupling up, they're not going out on dates or anything like that. So, when there's this one video, जिसमें मैं comments यहाँ पे add करूँगी, the girls in the comments were like, someone shared a similar story that my mother-in-law doesn't want me to sit next to my husband when relatives or neighbors come. मतलब what, this is weird, you're sitting together, this and that, like school के बच्चे जैसे होते साथ में क्यों बैठे हो? And it's like that. And the thing is, because they have been brought up where, okay fine, you're just there for procreation, no love, no intimacy, no relationship. So as you said, bhai, they have no idea of getting attention and validation and help or something like that from your partner.
And I mean, they're also a victim in a way,
Yeah.
because this is the only place where they could get all those things.
Yeah.
The only male in their life who could
And
give
the
them
pro
that
max
kind of
it,
love.
man.
Oh my god! There is a pipeline that these women follow.
Natural
Yeah,
trajectory.
natural trajectory, because it starts with a pick me girl in your teens and 20s. Then when they have a boy, they become the stereotypical boy mom.
Yeah.
And then when the boy has a partner or
Oh,
a wife,
wow.
then they become the mother-in-law, the monster-in-law. I think it's a very natural trajectory
Yeah.
that these women follow, right?
Yeah.
Who are also victims, let's
Yeah,
say,
it
actually
is
themselves.
absolutely it is, and it's very creepy also because, like, with my friend, what happened was that after she had this entire thing, and then the child has also been taught in such a manner, right, to be like, okay, fine, this is what is supposed to be done. So when she made him hear the recording, he again flipped out. He was like, okay, if she said it, so what? This and that. How dare you record this? Why are you recording it? Why are you doing all of this? Yeah, because their knee-jerk reaction is that only, na, like it becomes a very toxic.
There's no other thing that he can say, na.
Yeah.
That's the only defense he
हाँ,
has.
saving grace, yeah, yeah.
हाँ, तुमने मेरी माँ की प्राइवेसी पे वो क्या बोलते हैं, तुमने उसकी लक्ष्मण रेखा पास किया.
Like the final concluding thing that I recalled from this. So there are lots of videos also on the internet which show that some toxic mother-in-laws, right, or boy moms basically want the daughter-in-law to either be similar to her or to dress like her. So if you follow Riri Bibi, yeah, this happened with my friend also. This guy would take this, like my friend shopping, the lawyer friend, and he would try to pick out dresses for her that was similar to a dressing style his mother had.
Okay then.
Ew.
Yeah, this reminds me of that, in Indian matchmaking.
Yeah.
The first season, the one of the like this guy who was supposed, and he was also called the mama's boy, okay, by the internet community. So what they do is they ask, the prospective groom or bride, ki, what do you want in a partner? And he says she should cook like my mom, she should dress like my mom, she should basically be like my mom. I am not
Really
even
close to my mom.
exaggerating. He just said
Like,
that.
extremely close. My mom, in particular,
and
about
and the
something I
and the
would
mom
want
also said that,
my
oh, she
partner
should
to have the
the
same
mom's
qualities.
very iconic dialogue says she should be flexible.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, the funniest part is, while of course he got a lot of flack from the internet, a lot of people were like, हाँ इसमें बुरा क्या है? And like a lot of boys and a lot of mummies also.
Obviously.
इसमें क्या है?
You know, I am really glad there's some accounts at least that are doing God's work over here. I want to say, like the IIT couple.
Like us.
Oh
Like
yeah, we
Guppa.
also, please.
Like us.
Yes.
Please subscribe, but awesome. Okay.
But I'll just say very upfront, we are a girl channel. These people who have a lot of toxic relationship with females in their heads and prejudices, and basically they're like little dicky, they are not going to watch us. The thing about unless and until there's a guy speaking, because we are not saying anything that is worth any value. So this is the point where marginalized communities are like, we need allies. So the reason why I was saying the IIT couple is a good example, because it's like a IIT ka ladka who's basically with his IIT wife, so they have social cred, and he's a guy. Talk about how these family, I don't know, situations that have been created by the patriarchy and the society should be re-challenge, like you need to rework your thinking. And he gets a lot of hate comments in that. The couple is making it and he's like, ठीक है तू पल्लू में है, ऐसा है वैसा. He did really shitty comments. But then at the end of the day, like, if you can see, like,
Joru ka gulam.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Shan has been called that.
You see, like, one decent person is going to be the one decent family, and then people are going to be saying like fucking mean ass shit, man. And why, like, over here, if suppose the family is being a little toxic, you're like flexible only, and the guys like, yeah, why not? When that guy was like, okay, fine, if suppose we are planning to go back home for Diwali, this and that, she has work, this and that, she should be flexible. Why should she be flexible? I mean, it's okay, let her do her thing. The guy needs to stand up, but the guy doesn't stand up. He's like, huh. Now, explaining to these people, especially the boy moms and stuff, ki, yeah, theek hai, you have been in a toxic time. You are, a lot of our grandmothers were barely even legal to have sex and they've had children.
Exactly.
The brainwashing is very deep. अब वो you know explaining to them, हाँ ठीक है तुम्हारे साथ trauma हुआ होगा, sorry, you must have really done a lot of shit for my dad, but that doesn't mean that the next generation of women also have to go through that. Yeah. So when a guy says it, na, like, stop it over here, then it gives some like, okay, ally support, and then people listen. Because when girls talk, then like, keep your pak away. Even on our podcast, some comments have come like that, like, okay, fine, you can keep your feminist morcha over here and there. And
I was prepared for
Yeah.
it, honestly. Speaking of IIT, LSR, IIMC,
Yeah.
my street cred. Okay.
degrees flashing.
Yeah.
But it, pata hai, what's the funniest and saddest part over that? Degrees are not going to count. Okay, if you go up, you'll be like, ठीक है लड़की सुंदर है, go roti
Yeah,
गोल
degrees
बना
will
लेती
be
है.
counter
हाँ
productive.
because she's going to be like
Yeah.
opposing.
I have seen matrimonial ads which had this whole list, okay?
Yeah.
Ki girl, upper caste, fair, above 5'6", ye wo, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. LSR girls need not apply. Please stay away. I'm like, very nice. It's like you are out of marriage market because you have a thinking brain.
Yeah.
Like you can't. Sorry, if in order to put up with our son.
Because you can't have a. You know what's the most effed up thing that I have seen? So certain families in less metropolitan areas that I've noticed, these guys are going to be like, ठीक है, if the bahu has come in the house, she should lose all agency and everything of her past. You need to change your name as well.
Oh yes.
That is so effed up. And one of my friend's mother, she was like, I had a full blown, and she was also from LSR, by the way. So she had a full blown fight. She was like, I am not changing my name. And then the husband comes in like, no, it's okay. Like, so my bhabhi also did it. And she was like, the fuck, bro, if she's cuckoo, it's not me, okay, I'm not changing my name. Like, surname lena is like a separate discussion us samay, but first name, bro, first name change karwa raha hai.
Oh my god.
Like, basically, that mother-in-law had divorced bedrooms. So, essentially, they were sleeping in different rooms, the husband and wife. So, now this woman has so much time to be a monster-in-law. So, she was like, Bahuo ka naam change karayenge, this and that. And all the toxic drama that comes from Saas Bahu serial, she did.
Oh, typical.
Yeah.
No, that way I feel like my parents were a little progressive that way. Like my dad was still because he ensured that, like, my mother never changed her surname. She changed it much later only because army. Only because of army. And I had both their surnames in my name. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I only changed it after a while because I was like, बहुत ज़्यादा नाम है मुझे नहीं आ रहा. You know, once I had to fit my name in this particular box and वो letters कम पड़ रहे थे. Then I'm like, देखो एक drop कर लेती हूँ please, इसमें से ये ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं. So then, and then my parents gave me a choice कि तुम्हें ये रखना है. I'm like, मुझे ये वाला रखना है, ज़्यादा cool है. So
damn nice, man.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like that came from a time where, मतलब, imagine my mother would have been pressured into like, तुम अपना surname तक नहीं change करना चाहती हो.
Bro, 90s के अंदर you did that. That's insane because it's like 2024 and last year was the first time, I shit you not, Arushi, I saw someone like Neeraj's sister, right? Her son has both parents' last name, and I have never seen that. And I've complimented him also a few times. I don't know if I said it directly to her, but it's so lovely. You don't see it, and the fact you were doing it in the 90s is a testament in itself.
Oh my god! And my dad now, he's like, you better not change your surname.
Yeah. Don't.
And he's like, and my dad is pretty feminist, like for his age and his gender. I don't know, whatever. But he's like, and And the thing is, he also gave me this kind of feminist feel that, you know, you'll have issues with property transfer
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
this
yeah,
that,
yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, देखो अगर कोई एनओसी वेनोसी मुझे साइन करना होगा मैं नहीं करूँगा साइन अगर तेरे को नाम चेंज करना है तो.
That's true.
So that was pretty cool, but yeah, but this is like a very exceptional situation. But I've seen a lot of people like
इंडिया की पूरी आबादी में ना
Yeah, I
3 लोग
know.
होंगे जिसमें से एक तू है.
No, but on the flip side, this is someone I don't want to name, but some buddy's mom-in-law literally went on a fast, on a hunger strike, because her bahu was not changing her surname. So yeah, this also happens,
And
and
you
this
know,
is more common.
That is, you know what the thing is? This is just to guilt trip the son.
Hmm.
And once the son is going to get guilt trip, because obviously he's not going to stand up and he's going to be like, stop doing the drama and stuff. So yeah, obviously it's going to be that. And you know, because of how, I don't know, the patriarchy works, that's why everyone likes the nanu nani side and the dadu dadi side more.
Yeah, it's universal.
Yeah.
I think generally also like I know if when I talk about my maternal side, okay, I talk about them like, oh my god, they're so cool, they're so nice. You know, I love speaking to them. I have such engaging conversations
cousins
with
are
them.
better.
Yeah, the cousins are so much nicer. Yeah, blah, all of that. And then when I talk about my dad's side, I'm just like, "ए भगवान ये लोग एक तो I'm in one sitting within the first 10 minutes कोई मुझे बोलेगा तू कमज़ोर है, तूने क्या किया, तुझे कितने मार्क्स आए, तू कितना कमा लेती, तेरे बाल खराब है." मतलब this is first 10 minutes of meeting them. This is dad's side.
Oh Lord. On
Yeah.
another note, I don't have any cousin from my mother's side, so I have no idea. I just timed
That's
into the
even
conversation.
better. Like probably.
From the mother's side.
I think that's even better, no? Now you have like only one side to deal with and no comparisons. So you can cut off one side and one side is automatically cut off. Great. Love it.
Yeah,
This
less
is an
people, less
introvert's
problem.
dream. Okay. Trust me.
Oh Lord. So yeah, back to boy moms, man.
Yeah.
So there is this one video I've sent you. Dekho.
A mother-in-law says, "Don't close your bedroom door." Another said, "I feel scared and alone, so let me sleep in your room." Another said, "Be in the living room unless it's night." The number of messages that I receive from daughter-in-laws show that in Indian culture, mother-in-laws often have a lot of control over their sons' marriages. This also means men don't understand the need for boundaries. These situations can make the daughter-in-law feel frustrated and helpless. It's hard to feel comfortable and relaxed in your own personal space and privacy and constantly being invaded. This can lead to a lack of intimacy, feeling like you're always being watched, which can be really stressful. When husbands don't set boundaries with their mothers, their wives will feel unsupported and alone. Over time, this will hurt your marriage, making it hard for the couple to build a strong and loving relationship. If you're facing this in your marriage, consider coaching to enable strong
हाँ,
boundaries.
so इसके अंदर ना एक कमेंट था which I मतलब बहुत सारे कमेंट्स थे but एक तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. Just curious if any of your mother-in-law ask her son to sleep with her only. Mine can't sleep or sit alone ever since her husband expired, so her son needs to be with her 24/7. Now the person replied, "It's okay. Some people need like emotional support after death in the family is normal." She said it's been 12 years.
I thought you would say like 2 years or something.
Inline comment, psychiatrist को दिखाओ.
Oh my god, that is so creepy.
That is so crazy.
Oh my god.
It's because emotional incest next level, basically.
ये क्या टारगेरियन पना चल रहा है यहाँ पे भाई मतलब in Game of Thrones incest is shown as something that they gotta do because their blood makes you mix with dragons. In real life that does not happen because dragons don't exist and incest is weird and biologically and scientifically frowned upon.
I don't know, man. It's just really weird if suppose like the son, right, at some point, because he's also getting a lot of privileges. So then what these guys also do is, I'm not talking about like the really far gone mother-in-laws. I'm just going to talk on a general sense, like the mother-in-laws that expect too much. They start doing a lot of weaponized incompetence. So I remember
Oh yes.
my toxic ex.
Oh, God.
Basically, there was this one point, again, pampered child, whatever. I was in a lot of pain, okay? I was having immense period pain, and I was like, yaar, can you please make like a warm cup of milk for me and add some matcha? And मैं basically hand blender चलाना है तुझे, ठीक है? गरम दूध के साथ hand blender चला के मुझे दे दे, no चीनी, nothing, just warm the milk up in the microwave, चला के दे दे. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to find a vessel that has some room in it so that when you pour the hot milk and put the hand blender, if it rises, nothing happens. It's not like this bitch had never used a hand blender. In fact, he purchased a hand blender because I had introduced him to that concept. He fills the milk till the top, takes the hand blender, doesn't even put it all the way down, keeps it like hovering in the top part so that the hot, scathing, boiling liquid is going to fall on him. He's going to get a burn. And then he screamed. He was like, oh my god, I burnt myself. This, that, and the other thing. Never ask me to do anything again.
Oh my god.
And I was like, you bitch. I
Oh
can see
my-
what you did there.
Oh my god. This is just manipulative.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then the mother must have been like, अरे मेरे राजू बेटे से क्या करा दिया तुमने करम जली मतलब
But I'm presuming had I continued to definitely because he did not lift a finger and like there was an expectation, I'm presuming, that I had to do all of the chores.
yeah no
And
because
everything.
the mother would have primed him to not do anything
Yeah.
because मेरा
yeah,
राजा
yeah.
बेटा how could he you are the one who's born with a broom ना
Yeah.
not him मतलब तुम माँ के पेट से ऐसे डस्ट पैन और झाड़ू लेके निकली हो तुम्हें ही आता है सफाई करना
Yeah, it's insane, man. So that's what. There's also a study that is done that shows that when a woman gets married, she takes on, I think, some X amount of extra hours of work in comparison to when she's single, and the guy loses hours of work.
Yeah.
Something like she gains 3 hours and he loses 1 hour of work or something like that. But this is why, no, because it's expected and the guys are pampered, so they're like, okay, fine. now let's do
Exactly.
it.
No, that's what that comedian Ali Wong said, right?
Yeah.
That okay, I am successful and productive now, but imagine how much more I would be if I had a wife. Like,
Oh my. You have you heard of Casey Neistat?
no.
Okay. So there was this one podcast where this guy basically was like, "Yaar, I changed my life around because I hustled. I was 17 or 18 when I had my son."
Oh yeah, I remember this. And then she says that do not take advice from
him.
men. Yeah.
So completing the story, he went on that podcast and just said, "Ki, dude, I did everything. I had a child at home. I realized I had to earn and hustle and this and that and whatever. And now I have built this empire for myself." And someone replied to that who took care of your child? The woman who you impregnated, that you're not even married to, you're married to, it does not matter because she's doing all of the stuff. She's at home making sure everything is done, that you have all of this time to fulfill your dream. So yeah, behind every successful man is his wife is so true because there are lots of women. I mean, there's also this video that I'll show you. In that video, essentially, is like this only, that they have females in the background helping with the business, the accounting, the taxes, the social media. You don't know what the wife is doing, but she'll be like a silent helper.
Of course,
Won't get any
yeah.
credit at any point. He won't even mention that, okay, his wife did this. She'll do everything. And then when the divorce comes, then these comments are going to be like, why the hell is this guy paying her alimony? She doesn't deserve it. This and that,
Of
gold digger.
course. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. And then even if they do if they do give credit, it'll be like, oh, she raised our 2 beautiful children. Oh my, she was a great mother.
Yeah.
That's all they would say. Like nothing, no concrete, कुछ भी नहीं किया है इसने
Yeah,
life में,
yeah.
बस बच्चे pop किए हैं.
That's about it.
Oh my god, yeah, even I would be very productive if I had a wife, yeah, come to think of it. Seriously. But at least, I feel like I still have it way better because, because compared to others, like I see my mom-in-law and my husband and like, they're so normal.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, that's the best I could have got.
Yeah.
Because see, Shanu, he cooks. He's a very good cook. Right? He does his part of the chores, he does more, and he is not someone who जिसका dick छोटा हो जाता है just because I am doing like masculine tasks in the house.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm doing, say, keel thokna or whatever, like, all the electronic shit, because I'm better at it, I do those things. So it doesn't emasculate him that, oh my God, how's a woman doing this? Or
Neeraj
why
has
am I cooking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Neeraj has to completely left it on me. He's like,
Yeah.
you are going to be killing all the arachnids once we move in because I'm
Yeah,
scared.
exactly. So yeah, we have like we have क्या बोलते हैं, designated rodents, and rodents is his job to kill, and spiders are mine because that is each other's phobia.
I am killing everything.
Yeah.
It's very annoying, man.
Oh
I
shit!
am like,
No,
oh, no,
rodents.
no.
No, I'm not killing rats. No.
The rats I'm not even killing. I still
I
have a rat
can't.
in my room.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
that, right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
become a part of my entire
So
existence
that's
for the
why
last
we
3
have
weeks.
cats. We have cats for that.
I have a dog, but he's pretty useless.
He's cute. He's a therapy dog. He's a freelance therapy dog. While, I mean, we've grown up, we know better and all of that, but I've seen very good examples of women with their sons, and I've
Yeah.
seen them raise them into really lovely boys. But I have also seen some very strange examples still to date, okay? And this is like someone I know with a 4-year-old son who I saw an Instagram post which she had put saying that no woman will ever be good enough for my son. That's how much I will love him. I was just like,
When do you understand the difference between
yeah, I was
a
like,
romantic
"Gah."
association and a mother association?
So like, one, if you ever thinking of posting something like that, it's really weird. Please, like, don't like just like self filter. It's there's a difference between a platonic filial love
Yeah.
and bisexual attraction
Yeah.
wala love. It's really weird.
And then you
There's
shouldn't
some
compete
different-
on it.
Yeah,
That's more
there are
fucked.
two completely different things.
That's the thing, now you need a mother who basically maybe might be a little more sound, and you need a husband who would stand up. Like the good part thing about our partners is like even when I noticed when I was on like the dating phase on Bumble and all, I was noticing how these men have been raised, what's the situation. COVID का time था वैसे भी, so I was able to do a comparative analysis कि हाँ ठीक है, can I see any red flags in the family, in the way the upbringing is happening, because if you don't find a partner who's a little woke, a little kind, compassionate, there's empathy. Because if there's no empathy and there is no kindness within the person, right? If the person's been born to be selfish and ladla beta vibes, this person will not help you, because at the end of the day, everyone has to do some form of unlearning and learning with a new partner, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't communicate and you can't grow a relationship if that person doesn't have the basic emotional bandwidth, I want to say, to accept that.
Yeah. Basically, Joffreys are made by Cersei.
Yes,
ऐसे ही नहीं हो जाते psycho. But on that note, I have like one. So you've seen those memes, right? Where boy moms are like, "Oh, I am going to give my son this so that your dusty daughter is not good enough for him,
Yeah,
right?"
yeah. We're
So-
helping you with your lazy daughter.
Yeah, something like that. So there is this one very cool influencer who has flipped that narrative. Okay, and she teaches her son real life skills.
Huh.
The name is Pile for Style, and she does stuff like this.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Teaching my son to meal prep for the week because feeding the family is never a one-person job. So
I mean, that's very valid.
Yeah.
I mean, doing your basic chores is very important. And shall I tell you something very interesting on this note? Because well, I have seen, also being a Brahmin, I've seen this a lot in my life, right? So I also use weaponized incompetence. I never learned how to cook.
yeah, me either. I
Yeah.
never did.
Yeah.
It's not about learning. I just feel like I'm very shit at it genuinely, because when I taste my food, I'm just like,
And that's also because
Yeah.
Ishanu cooks, na. So in my case, when I was in a comfortable position and when I had a partner that I was like, okay, fine, this person's not a dick, and if I do anything nice, I'm not going to be misused, alright, or this won't be exploited later. So then I was in a emotionally comfortable position to be like, yeah, and now whenever we guys go on a trip or we book an Airbnb and stuff, I mean, I'm comfortable, like, okay, fine. Like, he's doing one meal, I'm doing one meal. If he's doing the cooking, then I'll do the cleaning. And ideally, if you have a partner, then that's how it should be. You should divide the
Exactly.
chores and take
Absolutely.
turns.
Absolutely. Like, I remember these 2 consecutive days where me and Krishanu had called our friends over. So on the first day, it was my friends mostly. So he did most of the,
Yeah.
like laying the food, getting the snacks, all of that. So he did most of that. And the next day, it was his friends who were mostly his friends. So I did most of that.
Yeah.
So we took turns, and nobody like felt like whatever shortchanged or matlab, anything, and it was so normal.
And the nice or cute thing over here is like you guys let the other person enjoy their day with their people.
Exactly.
And like this is not like, oh, this is one reel that I saw. In this, basically, people were losing their mind because for this woman's birthday or Mother's Day, the husband asked her to make the food, decorate the house for her own day.
Huh?
Yeah. And then after that, people were complimenting the husband like, wow, you did so much of a nice arrangement. You're such a nice guy and stuff.
God,
People in the
there's that
comments-
thing, there's that quote, right? That some women are single mothers even while being married.
Yeah.
This is that. And I guess those single mothers, which it's like a vicious cycle, right? Because your husband treated you like shit. That's how you are going to hold on to your boy,
Yeah.
and a little too much. You're
Yeah,
going to hold on
yeah,
so
yeah.
badly that they're also going to turn out the same way, sadly. It's
Yeah,
a
man.
cycle. Yeah.
Anyway, so guys, what did we learn today,
Oh
Arushi?
man. Faith in humanity lost for the 600th time.
Overall, in this topic, the learning should be that, man, choose a guy who has some amount of brain cells and empathy. And if you see some red flags, if you see some boy mom issues, you should just retract from the situation.
Run.
Run.
Yeah. No, and then like have a thoda sa spine, thoda dimag, thoda whatever. I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about like if you're a guy. And also, I think now women who have boys, some of course are way better, good examples of them, like how they're treating their sons. I'm seeing really good examples around me, but there are still some very problematic ones. Just be better, I guess. I don't know. How do I explain? How do we convey to you that this is not normal behavior? Like,
It's time effort, man. I don't think so. There's anything to convey. I mean, I feel like half the people who are watching the podcast up until here are already aware of the issues at some point.
that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a cycle that needs to break with you. Otherwise, one poor girl down the line will be trying to do the same, breaking the cycle. But then, if you didn't raise your son well enough, even she will continue that cycle. So just try and end it there, man. End the toxicity. Come on, be better.
On that note, we're now ending this podcast, guys. If you are interested in us to talk about something else, please leave it in the comments. If you have a toxic story from any boy mom leave it in the comments as well.
Or DM us if you want it to be
Yes,
anonymous.
yes.
That too.
Yes.
We are all ears, all eyes.
And if any part triggered you or any monster-in-laws, please tell this to us in the comments
Yes.
below.
And if you enjoyed this video, and even if you didn't, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel, and please share this video with your girlfriends, boyfriends, boy moms, girl moms, everybody. And
See you next week. Until then, call your girlfriend and continue the
Girl Guppa.
Woo!